Hello Sylvie and hello everyone. My name is Gurpreet Kaur and my student ID is 74833. And in this presentation, I'll talk about a real life experience from my life. A few years ago, I was working for a marketing company that was full of experienced and tenured people who have been with the company since its inception. But what happened at that point of time in my workplace, a new young employee named Mark joined. Mark was quite energetic and he was quite tech savvy, and he brought a very new energy to the organization. As I told you that Mike was very energetic and quite tech savvy. So in his, since the time he joined, in the second year only, he got a significant hike in his salary because he brought a newer focus to the organization. So he started getting plum assignments and he became quite a favorite of our manager. And within a reasonable period, he got promotion as well. What happened, this because Mike got promotion and everything, few of the tenure employees they started feeling a little bit of resentment. Out of those tenure employees, there was an employee named Tony. So Tony was really not happy with Mike's this success. Tony became bitter. He felt that he was not being valued in his organization, even despite giving, so many years of his corporate life to this organization. He felt that he was not part of the inner circle of the manager. That's why, he is not getting the promotion and Mike is getting the promotion. So his attitude towards us became extremely careless. And how Tony reacted in this situation? Well, Tony's manager gave him the feedback, but his behavior didn't improve. He became extremely gloomy and very careless with his work. Because of that, the company suffered a lot of revenue loss. A lot of customers, had a very bad experience because of Tony's behavior. So Tony was brought to the HR, and HR listened to both Tony and his manager. And HR simply fired Tony because they said that his behavior caused revenue loss and a bad customer experience. So, how HR reacted. If you will ask me, in this particular case, HR just reacted. HR didn't respond it. uh, you know, in Tony's self-defense, I'll say that Tony was never given a very clear goal plan. He was never told how he should progress in the company, what are his goals. He was never informed about the expectations on which he will be measured. He never had any regular one-on-one, meetings with his manager regarding his performance. He never had any structured, formal discussion with his manager. As far as I know, every individual needs hand holding. Tony was never informed about his goal plan. Tony just had few, informal feedback session with his manager, which was not even documented. And at that point of time, organization's structure was also changing. Our that particular company that was going through a merger, market was also changing, and Tony was in the system for a long time. But to Tony's disadvantage, he didn't change as per time. He was never told by the manager, or not even by the organization, or by the HR, like how to prepare himself for the change. There was a clear mismatch of expectations, so I'm not surprised that Tony was fired. But if you will ask me, this whole incident, it highlights the short-sightedness of the HR and the organization, and also the inability of how HR, totally handled the situation. Because in my opinion, they didn't look at the source of the problem. They simply reacted and fired Tony. And in this whole incident, HR let a seasoned employee like Tony go. And if you will ask me, any older employee will face the same issue. So just firing them, that's really not the solution. Because this now, if you will fire your old, tenure people, then you need to hire new people and train them, which will cost your organization more. So I believe the steps taken by the HR in this particular, example was really not the ideal. And if you will, keep in mind this whole thing in the longer term, this was really not the right way to handle this situation. In my opinion, how Tony should have reacted? Well, Tony should have had a word with his manager and, informed him about his struggles to keep up with the technology. He should have asked, for the training to keep himself abreast with the latest technology so that he could have done his job successfully. He should have also taken the initiative to know about the current happenings of the organization. I also believe that Tony should have kept himself abreast with the latest market trends to keep himself, relevant in the organization, which Tony didn't do. He just became bitter. So if we will talk about the my recommendation to the HR, well, HR should basically, in this situation, first of all, provide the employee counseling to an employee. Then HR can also offer employee assistance programs. And there's definitely, HR can take, progressive discipline and positive discipline as well. So now I'll talk in detail like what is employee counseling. Well, counseling is the discussion of a problem with an employee with the general objective of helping that employee resolve the issue or cope with the situation so that he or she can become more effective both at work and away from the workplace. And nowadays most of the organizations have formal arrangements with outside professional counseling agencies to help their employees. So in this case, I believe that my organization should have counseled Tony. Then this situation would not have arrived. And employee assistance programs. So employee assistance programs are like, HR should provide an employee assistance program to, employees like Tony to, assist them with problems, their personal problems, even if it's a family or marital difficulties or substance abuse or maybe a workplace stress. So if in case it's affecting their performance, so they should help them out. And this employee assistance programs, they can be in the form of face-to-face counseling also, and there is option available for the video counseling or e-counseling also. So Tony should have given these sort of programs. And then there's always a progressive discipline system, which was missing in this case. Tony should have first of all given a verbal reprimand by a supervisor, then a written reprimand with a record in the file, then 1 to 3 days suspension from work is if his improvement, performance was not improving. And maybe if still his performance was not improving, maybe he could have given suspension for 1 week or maybe longer, depending upon how Tony is behaving or how Tony's performance is happening. And if in case still Tony doesn't improve, then we can think about discharging him, for the fact that he's not improving, even after giving him regular reprimands. And all this whole procedure should be documented instead of simply firing Tony. And because he filed the case, and in that case, he will definitely win because there was no progressive discipline system and nothing was documented. And there's always something called positive discipline which we could have taken, like which the step which HR could have taken, like HR could have focuses on the specific problem rather than on employees attitude or personality. They should have gained agreement with the Tony that a performance problem exists and that he is responsible for his changing to change his behavior. And so they both Tony and HR should have approached discipline as a problem solving process, and they should have definitely document suggested changes or commitments both by the employees and the HR, and then they need to follow up to ensure that the employee is living up to his or her commitments and to reduce the likelihood of having to take more severe action. So HR should have taken a positive discipline in this. And my recommendation to HR would also be that they should focus more on employee development. They should let know people like employee that how they should, take care of their career, how they need to develop themselves. There should be clear career planning goals should be given to them. HR should also make sure that the department head should have clear goal plans for its employees, and HR should clearly communicate to them to employees as well. And I also believe that HR should make sure that employee feedback and progressive discipline should be formal and documented so that if any of the employee file any case, then they can tell them that this is the steps which we took before actually firing the employee instead of simplifying the employee. And my recommendations to the employer will be that employers should plan for their employees' career. They should inform their employees about the company's objectives. They should also clearly tell the employees that what are their expectations from them are. And they should also keep their employees informed about the future goals of their organization so that the employees feel aligned with the organization's goals. And for instance, monthly town hall meetings to align employees with the company's goals so that they feel valued and aligned with the company's goals. So this is what I believe that HR and employer and Tony should have behaved so that this situation should not have arrived. So it's highly important in today's time that HR document everything. If an employee is lacking in his performance, there should be progressive discipline followed. And at the same time, all the steps should be properly documented so that if any case any employee, file a case to go into the organization, then we have a proof like, these were the steps actually taken. We gave enough, opportunity to the employee to improve, but his performance didn't improve. That's why we have to let him go. I hope you really like my this incident, and thank you so much, Sylvie, for this wonderful opportunity. I totally enjoyed, making this presentation. Thank you so much.